Hello, everybody. My name is Kate, and this is Chair Fitness today. And thank you so much for joining me. Today, you will need a chair, preferably one with no arms, and you'll need some free weights or whatever substitute you have for free weights. And I'm going to be using some ankle weights today. You don't have to have them, but if you do, I'll let you know when to put them on and take them off. I'll also be showing you some of the ways that you can do this standing. So all exercise is at your own risk. If you start to feel dizzy or lightheaded, chest pains, any of those bad things, pain is bad. Stop what you're doing. Stop exercising and assess whether or not you need help. We can't be there with you, so you need to take care of yourself, okay? We want to see you back. Make sure that you don't have anything around you that you can trip on during the class. If you are going to be standing up, make sure that your animals are taken care of. All right, let's get started. The shirt of the day says, "If you see a chance to be kind today, take it." I will. Here comes the music. Where did it go? There we go. All right. Whoa, I can barely hear that. Okay, let's just warm up a little bit. Okay, let's roll our shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Sitting up tall. That little curve that's in the small of your back, right there, we want to try to keep that. If that disappears, that might mean that we're slouching. So let's think about that as you're working out today and see if we can keep the small of your back right there. Let's get some blood moving. Let's raise those hands up to your shoulders. And then take them all the way up. Pull those shoulders back. Keep breathing, always. Never hold your breath exercising. And let's reach up with one hand, raise that shoulder up there too. Reach for the ceiling. Wiggle those fingers. And bring that arm down. Lift up the other hand, lift the shoulder, reach. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And bring that arm down. Let's pick up one foot and draw a circle on the floor. I'm drawing Mars, which is in the news again today. Reverse direction. They had a successful helicopter flight on Mars. Isn't that incredible? Put that foot on the floor and we'll make a big circle with the other foot. Or a small circle, whatever you're able to do. This action is in your hip. So it'll tell you, reverse direction, whether or not you're making it too big of a circle. It will speak to you and say, behave yourself. And shake those feet out. Very good. Let's take those feet a little wider. And the hands out to the side, one palm up, one palm down. And lean toward the side of the palm up, and then flip them over and lean to the other side. So I'm leaning from the waist as opposed to leaning from, well, no, I'm leaning from the hips as opposed to leaning from the waist. That would be a crunch. Keep breathing. Back to the front. Bring those feet together, walk them, and then walk your feet out. Let's take those hands up in a goalpost while we're doing that. And squeeze those elbows together. And then squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze and squeeze. and squeeze. Where is the small of your back? Is it where you left it? Good job. Out. Let's keep those feet together. Keep the arms up. Now we're going to bend at the waist. And bend. And bend. And bend. Now 2 on one side. 2 on the other side. And 2 again. And 2 again. Let's do 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Are your obliques waking up? I hope so. I'm just going to walk on my hip bones here. Just tilt side to side. Okay, now we're going to work on balance. So if you feel like you're going to fall off the chair, sit back down. So we're going to lift one hip up and then lift the other hip up as far as you can. Just tilt it up. We're just bringing that hip bone, the pelvis, off the floor. All that other stuff might still be touching the chair. That's okay. Now, if you want to go lifting up the leg too with that hip, that's your call. Balance. If you're standing up, obviously, we're going to lift one leg and then lift the other. Just long enough so that you know you've got balance and that you're not technically doing little falls from side to side. Lift the hip and lift the hip. All right, shake everything out. And I'm going to go ahead and just start lifting my feet off the floor. And a little twist in the torso. So just bring one shoulder forward and one shoulder back. And stay up tall, shoulders back, shoulders down. All right, let's make a big circle overhead. And now we'll tap our toes. If you're unable to bring your toes up and tap like this, just alternate. Tap, 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 tap. Obviously, if you're standing, it's the same. And now we're going to turn to the side. And come back to the front. Turn to the side. And back to the front. And turn. And front. And turn. And front. Hold here. Instead of tapping those toes, we're going to lift the leg. Lift the leg. And turn. Lift the leg. And turn. Just one more on each side. And turn. And lift. And turn. Go back to tapping those toes. Tap that way. Or tap this way. We're going to bring those hands down front, but keep that big ball shape. Take those arms out. Stretch your shoulder blades. Squeeze them behind you. Bring it in. Very good. Pull back. Stretch your chest. Pull forward. Very good. Pull back. Stretch. And come forward. Very good. Drop your ball. And drop your ball. Very nice. Let's plant those feet on the floor and just tap your heels. So you can do that if you're standing, but that's a lot. So if you're standing, you can just lift one heel at a time. So on the side, you see one knee bends, the other one stays straight and alternates. Okay, heel tapping. Let's take one arm up, one arm forward. We've made an L. And now we're going to change that L over here. So this hand is going up and down. This hand is going up and down this way. L, 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 L. Keep tapping those heels. Every time I do these L's, I think of that movie with Elle Woods. You may know which one I'm talking about the young woman who becomes an attorney. Okay, this arm down, this arm out. This arm is going to go this way. This arm is going to go forward and down and forward and down. Are you ready? Up, down, up, down. At least they're both going up and down in some format. Keep the heels tapping. Two and one. Good. Shake it out. Now we're going to take our leg out farther, point over to the side, and reach with your other hand. And then we're going to bring them both forward. Out and in. Out and in. Keep breathing. Now we'll switch to the other side. Out and in. Out and in. Stretch from your fingers to your toes. Now let's alternate. Out and in and out and in. Oops, wrong foot. Now, if you're standing up, you can turn into that stretch. Turn that foot out, turn the heel out. That's a little harder to do in your seat. Now let's double up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Two more. Last one. Very good. Shake everything out. Well done. Sit up tall in your chair. Let's raise one arm up and one arm down. And this time we're going to tap those toes. And we're going to switch up, down, up, down. We're working on that full range of motion in the shoulders today. Now, instead of taking them out to the side, we're going to pass them in the front. Where's the small of your back? Is it where you left it? Yes. Very good. Bring those hands down. We're going to take those knees in and out, so just plant those feet on the floor, and we'll take the elbows out at the same time. And now plant the heels and take your toes in and out. There you go. Let's crisscross. Now, my feet are going out when my arms are coming together. If yours are doing the opposite, it's okay. You're going through the same motions. It doesn't have to be perfect. And one way isn't better than the other. Okay, let's lift those shoulders up, heels up. And lean. Come back to the front. one shoulder at a time. I have to alternate my feet because my brain won't work that way. Oh, I like the sound of that one. Okay, we're going to punch forward and then bring it on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when we're down here, we're going to pull those shoulders back. 3, 4. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, 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 and up. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. One more time. Punch. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders, 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 and shoulders. Good. Let's tap those heels forward. Again, if you're standing, tapping the heels. You got it. And we're going to tap the opposite shoulder. Four, three, two. Keep moving those feet. Take your arms out to the side and tap your head. Again, it doesn't matter if you're doing it the same way that the feet are going or the opposite way. You're moving. Double up. If tilting your head makes you dizzy, please stop. Bring those arms up and down. We're leaning back. Okay, so we're going to go up and down and up. Just gradually go back as far as you want. Your call. You know what you're capable of doing. I can't make that transition to sitting up and have my feet do it right. Okay, let's keep down here. Let's plant those feet and come forward and back and forward and back. Now when we come back, we'll bring our hands down by our knees or by the hips. Other side and other side. Get a little twist in that torso. Turn your body to one side and then the other. Keep breathing. And sit up. Let's take those feet a little wide. We're going to lean into a roll up. Take it to the front, over to the other side, and lean in over there. Back to the front. Lean in. Over to the other side. And back to the front. And now we're going to tap the opposite knee. So you're crossing your hand over. So get some turn in. Don't keep your upper body stiff. Lean into it. And then we'll go a little lower. Only come forward as far as you can go and still get back up again. So if you're standing, we're doing kind of a squat. Push those hips back. Weight is on the heels. Keep breathing and come back up to the top. Roll those shoulders back. Good job. Let's kick and push. Now push those hands up. Now push the hands side to side. Side, side. And back to the front. Keep breathing. And bring them all down. Woo! Good job. Let's take those knees apart again. Hands on the knees. And we're going to dip our shoulder forward. So again, you can do this in a squat. Dip and dip, dip, dip. Bring that shoulder into the middle. And yes, even here, we want to keep that arch in the small of your back. I'm going to make sure you don't get tangled up with my wires here. And then bring those feet back to the center. We're going to lift the knees up, hands down. Shake them out like they're wet. And again, we want to try to keep the arch in the small of our back. Even though we're bringing the knees up, we're not pushing that back. We're not pushing the back back. So if you're standing, now we're going to take these a little farther apart. And then bring them back to the front. And now we're going to take our hands down on the opposite side. Like you're putting something in the pocket on the other side of your coat. And breathe. I hope everybody's still breathing. And yes, you can do this if you're standing. I think I got my wrong leg. There you go. Just get the knees up as high as you can. And come back to the center. Woo! Is your heart pumping? Good. That's good. Let's take those knees wide and hands up. We're just going to do little pulses. Sit up tall. And then lean forward from the hips. And now go back up to the top. And arch your back a little bit more. Lean back. Come back to the front. And just go for it all the way out to the side. Push, push, push. Tap those heels. Now, obviously, if you're standing, you can only do one leg at a time. Otherwise, you're doing jumping jacks. Keep the legs going. Let's do a backstroke. I haven't used the stroke in actual water in so long. I'm sure it's had variations since then. Okay, let's do a little bit more crunching. Crunching to the side, so we'll take one leg over to the side, one elbow, and introduce them. Nice and easy. And then we'll switch over to the other side and standing up, same thing. Switch to the other side. And the first side again. Or was that the second side? I don't do lefts and rights. And now let's double up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Drop that shoulder when you bring that elbow down, because you could just go like this, but we're digging that shoulder in. And gradually bring your knees back to the front. And now alternate one at a time. And let's bring opposites together. And breathe. 4 more. And 4, and 2, and 9. You got it. I don't count after I left school. Let's roll those shoulders back. And while we got the blood moving, let's make the chair squeak. Squeeze those gluteus muscles, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Where's the small of your back? Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Let's double it up if you can. Pop, 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 pop. Only this side. Nice. Only this side. Let's alternate. You can just pop. You don't have to do all these challenges. Together. Feet up. Feet down. Are you ready to hold? Oh, hold, they say. 2, 1, hold. Whew. Squeeze those glutes. Oh, you're going to have such great glutes, happy glutes, strong glutes, be able to get you through everything you need to do that you could never do without glutes. That's right. So we're holding and we're making them strong. We're keeping our quality of life. You have 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and pop. Very good. All right, let's do a little almost sit to stand. So we're sitting on our chair. Whew. And we're just going to lift your seat off this seat. Up and down, up and down. Get a nice rhythm. I'm just barely getting off the chair. And even if you're not getting off the chair, you're engaging those muscles, these muscles in your quads and your glutes. The quadricep muscles will help straighten your legs, and the glutes will help straighten your core so you can stand upright. Little lifts. 2 more. Last one. Relax. Walk those hip bones to the front of your chair. Walk them back until they relax. Sit up tall. And get yourself some water. Take an aqua break. I went to the coast last weekend and it was amazing as usual. Just beautiful. Just a nice little 24-hour getaway. I hope you're able to get away for little mini vacations like that during the pandemic. It's good for us. But of course, all safety precautions apply. I know I got my shots, but my vaccinations, but I still wear my mask. Still keep 6 feet apart. All right, sit up tall. I'm picking up a weight in each hand. If you don't have weights, that's okay. If you want to use canned vegetables or canned whatever, fruit compote, salmon. Let's go ahead and bend at the elbows only and bring them all the way up to your shoulders with the palms facing back. So down here, the palms are facing each other. Up here, we turn them just slightly so that they're facing the back. Now, if you're standing up, you can just stand up and do this from here. If you are standing, make sure there's flexion in those knees. They're not locked out. You can also take this in a nice staggered stance, which gives you much more, gives you a wider wheel width. You ladies know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. It makes for a smoother ride, doesn't it? You can also give yourself a balance challenge by lifting one foot off the floor. I'm going to go back to my chair now. Here we go. Keep breathing. Keep the small of your back where it's supposed to be. And last one. Very nice. Let's put those on the floor. Now I'm going to put on some ankle weights. So if you have ankle weights at home, this is your moment to shine. All right, here we go. All right, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to lift one foot off the floor, take it all the way over to the side, back to the front, and just let it hover. It doesn't touch the floor. Out to the side again, back to the front and hover. Continue with that. You're standing up, you're taking that leg out to the side and hovering again. You're lifting with your heel out so that your toes are always pointed forward. And again, if you want a balance challenge, you can try that on one leg. There should be flexion in that standing knee. Always. And shake your feet out. And we'll lift up the other leg. Take it out to the side, back to the front. Now you notice while I was standing that my toe is always pointed forward. You don't need to do that if you're sitting. Your toe should follow wherever your knee goes. So when your knee goes out to the side, your toe does too. We want to keep them all in alignment. When we don't keep our body in alignment as well as we could, we have a tendency to get sore spots, bending things that aren't supposed to bend in certain ways, putting pressure on areas that we don't want to break, pressure on tendons, torque. Ooh, just the thought of torque. Let's do one more. And shake those feet out. Well done. Let's pick up one weight. And we'll take our knees over to the side. And this is, you can do this seated or standing. It's the same exercise. So we're going to sit up tall, lift that elbow up and back, and then bring that weight all the way down. You can see the actual motion of the weight is straight up and straight down. Good. And the shoulders should stay right there. not moving to the back, not coming up. I'll give you a front view, all the way back, all the way down. Keep breathing. Exhale here, and inhale coming down. Exhale, and inhale. You got it. And if you hear a particularly good bass in the song, you can always tap your toe. No harm in that. This is not one of those exercises that you can knit to, that you could read if you had a book in front of you, or listen to an audiobook. Let's call that the last one. And bring your knees around to the other side. Weight in the other hand. Find the small of your back and keep it there. Lift that elbow up and back and lower the weight down. Weight's coming up in the elevator and all the way back down. All day. Bringing the weights up, bringing the weights down. The tireless life of an elevator. Don't forget to breathe. Exhaling when you are exerting. So here that's lifting. And then inhale when you come on down. This is a good time to pull your tummy in. Pull your navel toward your spine. All right, come back to the front. We'll set that weight on the floor. And now I'm going to tilt my chair a little bit because we are going to pull our leg back and use our hamstring muscles. So first, lift the foot off the floor, sit up tall. That's first. And then bring it back, tuck it, squeeze the calf and the thigh together, and then bring it forward and just let it hover right next to the other foot. Back again, and hover. Here it is standing. Keep going. Take it back and hover. Back. Again, there's flexion in that standing leg. It's not locked out. And I want to make sure that my thighs are not moving. They're staying together side by side. So my thigh is not coming forward while my leg comes up. No, it's staying right there. And the leg is actually going back and up. Very nice. Okay, we're going to keep going. Lift back and hover. Give a little squeeze at the top, whether you're sitting or standing. Squeeze. Last one. And shake those feet out. Okay, sit up tall again. Lift the other foot off the floor. Take it back. Squeeze. And hover. If you don't have ankle weights, you could try a small toddler, a chihuahua, a shih tzu, if you have very strong legs, a cat, maybe if it's had its claws trimmed. That's dangerous territory right there. Keep breathing. And again, we're sitting up with a good posture. We've got that curve in our spine. Shoulders are down and back. And we're breathing. And shake those feet out. Very good. Let's bring one weight up again. And we'll take our knees over to the same side. Lift that weight up. And park that elbow right there. We're going to extend the arm back behind us and down. Extend and bend. Exhale here. Inhale. Good. Are you breathing? I hope so. Don't forget to pull that navel in toward your spine. Okay, switch to the other hand and take your knees over to the other side. Lift that elbow up behind you and then extend it back. Down and back. So when I bring my arm down, it's just coming back to my hip right here. We don't need to bring it back up here because that would be working our bicep muscle, and we already did that. Three more. Good job. All right, put that one on the floor. And now we're going to work the quads. So sit not quite to the back of your chair. Leave yourself a little bit of space. And try to use your core muscles to sit up. I understand if you need the back of that chair to support you. So it's not a command, it's just a suggestion. Let's lift one leg off the floor, extend it forward, show me the soles of your shoes, and then bring it down and let it hover right next to the other one. Extend and bend. And as you can see, my hips, knees, ankles, and toes are all in alignment, and I like to keep it that way. And again, when you lift that leg, you want to tilt that pelvis back. A lot of people do. Try if you can to keep your pelvis here in a neutral position. And sometimes when I'm focusing on an area, it helps me to actually put my hands there. So I pay attention. If it's moving, I know it's moving. I mean, I know your brain is telling you your body's moving, but sometimes we don't pay attention. Let's shake those feet out because we have a lot to focus on. Let's lift that foot off the floor, extend it forward. We're keeping our legs, our whole spine, and our body in alignment. We're keeping that little curve at the small of our back. We're keeping our shoulders down and back. Oh my goodness. There's so much to focus on. I hope you're breathing. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, coming up. We are working against gravity. If you don't have weights on your legs, you're just using your body weight. You take it with you wherever you go. So if you go on vacation, you can do these little exercises. You can even do them on your lunch break. Keeping yourself fit. Because nobody's going to do it for you. Let's do one more. All right, shake it out. Very nice. Let's go back to the weights, and we need both of them this time. And sit up tall. I'm scooting more towards the edge of my chair because I'm just more comfortable there exercising. We have the weights both down by our side. The palms are facing each other. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your arms up about shoulder height and then slowly lower them again. Now my arms are not fully locked out. I got just a little bend in them. Exhale here and inhale. And you will feel in your core that as you move these weights forward, the center of gravity changes for your body, and your core is being asked to do more work. So we will. Blow it out. And inhale. If you get to a point where you feel like, oh, these weights are too heavy, I just can't bring them forward, you can put them down and just go through these same motions with no weights in your hands. Remember, you're using those same muscles coming up and going down. Exhale. And inhale. Looking good. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Let's just keep them here for a moment and lift those shoulders. Lift. Blow it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Good job. All right, put those weights on the floor. And you can go ahead and take your ankle weights off if you've got some of those on. Sorry for that. There we go. Oh, good job. Let's go to tapping those toes. Let's tap alternating. And bring your hands out. Show me your palms. Take big breaths in. Big breaths out. Flip your palms up. Again, we're bending just at the wrist, not here at the elbow. Shake your hands out. Just tap those heels. Ever so small, I'm barely taking my heels off the floor. Just keeping those muscles engaged. Lift one arm up. Reach. Wave side to side. Slow motion. All right, other arm all the way up, side to side. Tiny taps on the heels. Slow motion. Half time. Bring those arms down. Good. Let's extend one leg forward. Point that toe. Roll those shoulders back. Very good. Extend the other leg. Point that toe. Roll the shoulders. All right. Let's twist our bodies around. So put this hand on the outside of this knee and pull yourself around as far as you can. Keep breathing. Gently come back to the front. Take your other hand outside of your other thigh. I'm not really on my knee, I'm more up on my thigh. Twist around. You may get farther on one side than the other. Keep breathing. And gently come back to the front. Let's take our knees out, elbows on our laps. We're going to take this hand down and across, like you're shaking hands with a photo op with a foreign dignitary. Okay. Other elbow goes on that side. This one goes across to the other side. And now you're shaking the hand of the other guy's mortal enemy. Smile. Good job. Bring those hands, elbows back to your thigh. Bring one arm all the way up and over to the other side and tickle this foreign dignitary. Good job. Bring that arm down on your other lap, your half lap. And don't tickle that one. Just reach. Okay, good. Come all the way back up. Yes. Roll one shoulder at a time. I love shoulder rolls. And bring those knees back into alignment. Lift one arm all the way up. Bend back at the elbow and push up on your tricep muscle. That's the one in the back. Bicep is in the front. And breathe. And relax that arm. Lift the other one up. Bend back at the elbow and push up on your tricep. So why do we push up? Well, That's about as far as I can go, just lifting it on my own. But with another hand or a wall, if I'm standing by a wall, I can get a bigger stretch and increase or maintain my range of motion. Let's bring that arm down. Bring the heels of your palms forward. Push those hands forward. Keep pushing and pushing. You'll feel your shoulder blades come around to the side. A nice stretch in your back. And breathe. But keep pressing those palms forward. And relax. Bring those arms down about 45 degrees. Pull back. Stretch your chest. Flex those wrists back as well to stretch your bicep muscles. Breathe. Take another breath. Very nice. Let's take our knees over to one side. Hold on to the back of your chair. Scoot forward so you have one thigh free to drop in front all the way down. So you have a straight line from shoulder to hip to knee. And then we're going to try to extend that leg back a little bit farther. Raise that arm. Now we get this nice negative bend here and stretch out those hip flexors. That will shorten if we sit too long. And bring that arm down. Leg up. Go to the other side. Hold on to your chair with the back of your hand. Drop that front leg down. Get that upright, straight line. Your little mini plank there. Extend the leg back and arm up. If you're unable to get that knee back any farther, don't worry about it. Just keep trying. That may be all that your body is able to do. So be happy with it and treat it nicely. And bring the arm down, bring the leg up. Like it says, if you have the chance to be kind today, take it. That includes being kind to yourself. Let's extend one leg forward, although our knees and hips, everything is still in alignment. Hold on to the bottom of your chair. Keep that little curve in the small of your back as you bend forward at the hips and breathe. Keep breathing. If you feel really tight in the back of your leg, you can pause here for a moment. Just pause. Kind of breathe through it. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. As you exhale, see if you can get a few more millimeters out of that bend. And then come all the way back up to the top. Very good. Let's go over to the other side. Extend that leg. Try to keep that knee mostly straight. Point your toes up toward the ceiling. Again, we're holding into the bottom of our chair and bending only at the hips. Yes, that little curve in the small of my back is still there. If that starts to disappear, then that will be your stopping point. Keep breathing. Pause when you need to. Exhale and get just a little bit more. That's it. All right, sit back up. Good. Don't you feel better already? Yes. Yes. All right, let's sit on the edge of our chair. I'll sit to the side so you can see. On the edge of a chair, and now lean forward. We're going to put our hands under this knee. And then when we tilt back, we're going to tilt back with some momentum, and we're going to bring this knee up. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Very good. Pull that knee up to your chest. And breathe. Okay, let's bring it all the way down. And now we'll put our hands under the other knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, tilt back, and the leg will come with you as your counterweight. And breathe. If you can extend that other leg, kudos that you don't have to. And we'll come forward and let that leg gently fall to the floor. Come back up to the center. This is a tough one, so if you can't do it, don't blame yourself. We're going to extend this leg forward. Bring this leg up on top of your thigh and out to the side. And then lean into it. Now I've got that leg straight. If you want to bend that knee, same way. The ankle is on the thigh and I'm leaning forward and keeping this leg out here. We don't want that leg up here, or we can't find the muscle we're working on. If you need to skip this exercise, that's okay. Sit back all the way. Put that foot down. I'll show you a different angle. Put this knee or this ankle on top of this thigh, knee out to the side, and then lean forward at the hips, leaning into it. And breathe. Oh, that's going to feel much better. All right, let's sit toward the front. Hands on your lap, sitting up tall. Shoulders are down and back. Chin is parallel to the floor. Head is over the spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Let's tilt our head down to one shoulder. Nice and easy. Remember, your spine should be, or your neck should be over your spine. So the ear goes directly toward that shoulder. So you should be getting a nice stretch on the long side of your neck, down into your shoulder. Just try to relax. Focus on turning those muscles off. Now we're gently going to lift our head back up to the top. And then we're going to drop that other ear toward the other shoulder. And when you do this, I want you to make sure that that shoulder stays down and back. Don't bring your shoulder up to meet that ear. They were not meant to be together. Feel that good stretch over here on the long side. Breathe. Gently bring your head back up to the top. All right, we're going to take our chin up and to the side. And so we were bird watching. Bring it back to the front and take it up to the other side. Looking at a different tree. They're all beautiful. Bring that chin back to the front. Now take one hand and put it on the opposite side where your clavicle is. Okay? And I want you to press down right there. And then lift your head back up to the side. You'll feel a stretch in all these muscles here in your neck. Pull your head up and then release your hand. And the stretch is gone. Come back to the front. Put your hand on this one. Press down. And then pull your head up and over to the other side. Feel the stretch in your neck. Keep breathing. And then release your hand and bring your face back to the front. All right, let's raise those arms up. Breathe in and exhale. Oh, big yawn. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is Chair Fitness, and we are here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 2:30, so please join us.